The Sidemen charity football match is here again, and I cannot wait this year, largely because I've run out of footballers in the world to force to sit down and watch my goal from last year. I'm the captain of YouTube All-Stars this year, and I'm currently injured, which kind of isn't what you want. I pulled my groin doing a sit-up the other day. I don't know what's going to happen. I might be injured in the game. I might have to come off after 5 minutes, which would kill me, but it could happen. I've got about 4 days to get fit again, strengthen my groin up, and make sure that we take the W. Or I'm going to be taking the W from injuries.
2 years ago, we were slapped 7-2 after I made a strong campaign for the England World Cup squad and some halfway line merchant scored a hat-trick. We raised a huge amount of money, it was so much fun for everyone involved. The Sidemen took the W. Last year, we took their goalkeeper and brought in some no-nonsense 6-foot tall strapping defenders to help us take the win. Then the two shortest people on the pitch embarrassed them in front of their own fans, half of which were cheering us on by the end. Now, it was a great day again for everyone involved, huge amount of money raised again, and that means it's 1-1 after the first 2 years. There's talk of this being the last one ever, so this could be the decider, and the standard of football is going to be as high and as intense as ever.
Deji! No! Deji! Oh!
So about that, so, the third SDMNFC versus YouTube All-Stars match. There were loads of new faces. We had a lot of Americans over this time, a lot of new faces. Keemstar, Rice Gum, Lachlan, King Batch, Simon. At least, I don't remember him doing anything last year. Ticket sales had been a bit more ropey this year, so we were a little worried for a while that the friends and family section would outspan the rest of the crowd. The thing you'll notice about the teams, the defences were very weak this year compared to last year. We wanted lots of goals.
Yeah, the teams are a bit unfair today. I have to say that on the stream already. Am I live?
Reeve! Josh Peters, we need you.
JMX,
Like
Reeve, we miss you. We really do.
Keemstar and myself walking out, the two great pillars of football YouTube. Sorry, Harry. It's true. Whoever made this side, this was the best side, the best thing I saw all day.
Look at that.
What
a pair of buttocks.
Beautiful
I was about to
man.
say.
Once again,
Someone check Lawrence's hard drive.
He looks like he should be a member of the royal family, does ChrisMD?
Absolutely. He wouldn't look out of place.
As the third son of Diana.
Exactly. And some
Hashtag respect the dead.
I'm told the live stream made it up to 455,000 live viewers. So including those in the stadium, a little under 500,000 eyes. Wait, no, because everyone has 2 eyes. Almost 1 million eyes were on this football game. I said briefly about the injuries before, but like going into this game, I was so pessimistic about it. I thought like anything above a half, I would be really happy with, like in terms of minutes for me. Anyway, eventually it was time for the game to get underway, and we kicked off with a little sneaky Sunday League tactic. Often used when the opposition left winger is still recovering from getting in at 6 AM the night before. Anyway, that petered out to nothing, and then came the first Simon long throw. As I saw this ball disappearing over the heads of my two flat-footed centre-backs, I'm looking at you, Will, I realised this could be a long day. Speaking of Will, running a few Simon Minter Tumblr accounts himself, you'd probably put him as the man to play Simon in, if you had to guess, inside 2 minutes. Simon held off Joe well and finished really nicely into the bottom corner, no chance for Q, and I was really hoping we could do without seeing the straight arm Simon celebration run, or at least let it be a little longer than 2 minutes. So that was 1-0, not much we can do about it though, you know, these things happen. Moving on, everyone thought it would be Joe Weller or Logan Paul to end JJ's career. Turns out it was someone else. FIFA 19, just keep an eye out, okay? That's all I'm saying. Last year we had El Tornado. This time I'm thinking a new skill move, El No Coordinado. Things you don't want to see from corners. Your left back taking an air shot on the edge of their box. That was followed by a great through ball from Simon. Dear God, Toby was fast, and incredible covering from Jay. I had to just put this in because Jay had an incredible... I thought he played really, really well in defence. Maybe didn't get the credit he deserved because we... no spoilers. But honestly, we would have conceded 3 or 4 more without him in our defence. On to my first few kind of notable... is that a word? Notable? Notable, yeah. Notable touches on the ball. Then a little later on, a skill I tried on someone last year ended up in flipping Manny, so he just tackled me. This time I timed it a little better, so it worked. Skipping forward to the 8th minute, now Rice Gum is absolutely steaming down the left wing. Willany comes across. Halves is the only word I can think of here. Will absolutely halves him. Oh, it's a cracker.
Yeah.
You can watch that on loop.
No, Will's not a nasty guy. That's amazing.
So around this moment, I was kind of trying to play it fairly safe, and then Harry had the ball, and the red mist descended. This is the first pit where I felt my groin and my ankle, and I was like, oh no, oh this is it. Stretched it for a while, and then I was fine, luckily. My personal highlight of the entire game was Rice Gum not understanding the offside rule one bit, and none of the sidemen choosing to tell him what the offside rule was. Simon plays a nice ball to JJ here, who takes the shot, and it's 2-0. Personally, I think he should have played it to Rice Gum, who was wide open at the time, but it is what it is. It's not the same Hugh of 2 years ago who faced us, is it? I think Carrier's got a few mentions in the comments at this point. That's not a genuine dig. Hugh is always great in goal, and he made some great saves. Probably worth checking his bank statement still, though. There's probably some sort of invoice from Sidemen Limited somewhere down the line. The thing is, Charlie Morley had... Oh, we'll get onto this. I can't. It was too early. And I finally found Batch through the middle with a through ball, who's a sprinter himself. That was our thinking in putting him as a striker, you know, big sprinter. Made sense. Unfortunately, seems to have stuck on his sprinting boots today. Unlike yours truly, who brought his short-range passing boots today. Oof. Get me on the plane. A 2-0 down where you don't want to see his Manny coming on the pitch, but nevertheless, we saw it. And Anise and Gibb, Ali got a great look at him as he was spun to within an inch of his life. New ankles, please. I was trying to work out where to move people to sort of make things work a bit better. Our entire front line on the bench maybe might have been my best option. Oh, imagine sitting in the crowd and looking down at the 15 quid or so you'd spent to watch a game of football at this point. The only other noticeable chance for us was just before half-time. JME, having gone to several counsellors in an attempt to sleep without waking up in a cold sweat with an image of me running at him with a football on his mind, defends a 3-on-2. I decided to lay it off to DJ Mario in the end, who unfortunately plays it very centrally, and Charlie is never dropping those. I feel like that was quite a big point. Just before half-time, and it was a big chance. At half-time, we made a few switches, switched quite a few people around. King Batch we put back at centre-back. Simon then attempts a halfway line shot and entirely messes it up. Oh, that is the dream. Into my veins you go. I didn't see that trick at the start of this run. Toby's pace is absolutely filthy, and he burns 3 of our defenders here. Basically just goes round the team instead of going through them. Lays it off to Simon. Really nice little shimmy from him to get away from our defender. Sticks it bottom corner. There's not much you can do about those, okay? Keemstar has this almost hypnotic running style. Like, his ankles flow in such a way that you want to take your eyes away, but you just can't. Onto one of my best bits of skill on the match. I tried the self-nutmeg thing you can sometimes pull off on the wing when you just let it run through.
Give it on! Oh!
Santi Cazorla Josh, I'm sad now. I probably should have shot, if I'm honest, looking at this, but I laid it off again to Deji, and again is blocked by Charlie Morley, a man I'm rapidly gaining interest in having killed. We'd actually been trying to hack them down all game, but the ref would just not give penalties, because before the game, we'd all sort of thought that it would be incredible if Vic could actually have a penalty. Cow had to really go through. You know, he had to take Manny for this penalty to be given. Vic had the chance to make YouTube footballing history. That's not an understatement.
It looks like it's Vic who's going to take it. This is a big moment for the Sidemen and Vic Stahl.
Against you, is he? Something I'd failed to do 2 years ago at the first game. You've never felt atmosphere and anticipation quite like when Vic stepped up to take this penalty. And he absolutely leathered it into the bottom corner. It's a great finish into the bottom corner. The stadium actually shook as this went in. I should have been gutted as this went in, but it actually took me a few seconds to remember I was actually the captain of the team he just scored the 4th against, and had to compose myself. What a hero. I genuinely couldn't have been happier for him. Dylan played a long ball. I didn't actually realize Simon's control here. That is such a Dennis bug. I was proud of that. And then do you know what? Simon is the only YouTuber who plays better without editing. He plays better in these games than he does than when I film with him. Like, genuinely. Yeah, it's a phenomenal finish, if we're honest with him. It's a lob batch as well there. Oh, just go home, Simon. It was at this point, it's very much now or never. Just decided that I'd just run at them. See what happened, you know. There's 6 of them in front of me, but at least I could get a few of them down before I had to pass it. Played Rommel in, and Charlie. Now, Deji, who'd been giving me a passionate speech at half-time, in which he begged me to release him up front, then misses 2 open goals, and the only thing we'll be releasing him from is YouTube All-Stars on a free transfer to his local wheelie bin. The game was getting really stretched though. We were starting to put on some serious pressure at this point. Jay gets our standard shot down the centre off at Charlie again, and it was at this point I thought, enough. Enough. So I just ran at them, got the ball off one, it ricochets kindly from them, got it off JJ again. I wasn't going to let them block this one, and unnecessary power from 6 yards out finally gets it past Charlie Morley.
ChrisMD goes to the back of the net to retrieve the ball. ChrisMD rousing the crowd.
The comeback is on. I was quite happy that was the one I actually scored. Got 2 defenders to collide into each other at least, so that was quite nice. And 5, at least we got a goal. The good thing about this point in the game is my injuries weren't bothering me anymore. I'd sort of just phased them out. Mainly because my back was hurting too much instead. There's just endless chances of us kicking it straight at Charlie Morley. It's painful to watch. I felt like I should probably just take some more shots than laying it off at this point, and this is probably the time when I should have passed it. But Josh gets a toe in it. She was like, it's right at the end. They were countering, and Rice come. He's a really well-timed ball. It's a great assist. Great finish by JJ, who didn't hit a shot at Hugh all day. From the kickoff, Cal made a great run and was through on goal, but just lets it run past him for no clear reason. Charlie was even trying to give us goals at this point. He was trying to give us chances. Rommel gets in, goes for the shot. Charlie palms it out to give us an open goal. Bodies collapse left, right and centre though as we successfully waste another chance. Deji absolutely mesmerises defenders before leathering his standard shot at Charlie Morley from 6 yards out. Before Joe Sugg performs potentially the worst miss in YouTube history. That's my boys. That's my boys, everyone. Man, he's literally just stood there. And Joe's made the clearance for him. But there was still time for Toby to take on our defenders. And, it's a great finish. It's a great finish in the bottom corner. What a goal that one is. They did score some good goals. They weren't, you know, bobblers or anything quite like a few in the game 2 years ago. They were really nice goals. Like, you know when you've got a dying pet and it's a husk of its former self, you just want to see it put out of its misery. That's YouTube All-Stars right now. We just want the end. Anyway, finally someone snapped and shot old Rufus in the head. The final whistle went, and that was it. 7-1. And it didn't quite feel like a 7-1 game. Thank you to the sidemen for trying to let us back into it. They really couldn't have done any more. Oh, maybe the team selection before the game, they could have probably done a little more with that. We didn't really know how everyone was going to play, so it wasn't quite as scripted as some people seem to be suggesting. Can I just say thank you so much to everyone who stayed in the crowd and didn't run on the pitch for once. For Josh, for all the guys who like organised it and made this possible. It was so nice for them to be able to finally get this ceremony. For us to be able to do a lap of honour. You are reading that right. We had 30 shots and we scored 1 goal. They had 22 shots, 11 on target. We had 30, 14 on target. We should have easily scored, you know, 3-4 more at least. I think the main difference of the game, though, to be fair, was they had like 3 or 4, you know, they had Simon, Toby, Manny, JJ, who were all that sort of caliber of player. And we didn't really have that when it came down to the teams. We raised £63,000 for this event, so thank you so much to everyone who donated, who came along. I'll leave a link to the Just Giving page in the description below, even though the game's finished, just in case you want to bump up that money we managed to raise even more. I absolutely love being captain for the day. Obviously, you can't win them all. It wasn't the result we wanted, and they've taken the win on the finale. I was happy to get a goal, alright? Will said to me at the end, at least you've got a video out of it. It is a shame that this is the last one, according to the guys. Who knows what they'll be now? Personally, I think there's a space on YouTube. There should be something else next year. Let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see next year. Maybe involving all of us, just in a slightly different format. We could do a few different things. So let us know your comments in the comment section below. That's what it's called. doing this long enough now, and who knows. But congrats to the guys. They smashed it on the day, 7-1, can't argue about that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please make sure to leave a like if you have enjoyed it, and I shall see you later. Bye-bye, for at least another year. I mean, not an upload, like, come on, haven't got that bad yet.